The county has surpassed the state targeted rate of 10% of our population. We're into the 11% range now, moving to 12. We continue to increase our testing. We didn't set the state target as our target. Our target is to test as many people as we can possibly test. We are looking at what we can do to expand testing into the communities. I had a meeting with Latino communities leaders. I'll be meeting with African American community leaders to talk about what we can do to bring testing deeper into the community. But we're experiencing the same issues though everybody else is experiencing. This is a national problem. It stems from underlying social inequities. The fact that we have these test results doesn't change the fact that people are getting sick for a reason. These are often cases, particularly in the minority communities, they are the so-called essential workers. I say so-called because they don't get paid like they're essential. They just go to work and you decide that they don't have to, they should not stay home. But they're the people who are the most exposed, and they bear the greatest risk in this. We're on the stage now of on-demand testing. So when you look at test results and you look at positivity rates for the months of March, April, May, and part of June, you're looking at results that came from the instructions that the only people who can be tested are people who doctors determined to be symptomatic. And so your pool was already starting with people who had symptoms. And so it's not surprising that you have higher results of positivity in that group. But as we've tested a broader population, and now that we're able to test anybody and you don't need a doctor's referral, we're going to see, and we are seeing, changes in the positivity rates.
Overall, in terms of our demographic numbers that we're looking at in our dashboard, we have surpassed 11% of our population tested. We've tested, as of this morning, 11.3% of our population. The test positivity rate for our county continues to come down. In fact, even today, with a report of 103 cases, those 103 cases were out of 3,973 tests. And so that comes to a test positivity of 2.6% and is evident of the increased testing that we're seeing across the county, as evidenced by the increased testing in our healthcare centers, but also in the increased testing opportunities that we have expanded in the county, including expanding access to our current standing sites, the pop-up sites that we have in place. For example, we had a pop-up event at Silver Spring Civic Center yesterday that tested over 700 individuals. And in combination with our test site that's regularly open at the White Oak Station, just by the county programs testing yesterday, we tested over 1,000 people, which was a record for our services. Now, again, we don't celebrate that. We want to continue to expand. And based upon the data that we've looked at across the board in our zip codes, the top 10 zip codes where we've seen the most cases, we've also seen the most tests.
We can't test our way out of health disparities. This tells us what the health disparities are. It does not provide a solution. People would still be getting sick, no matter how much testing we're doing, until we can deal with the transmission of the virus, where people get exposed, and how exposed people are able to pass the exposure on to other people. But I continue to work with our health department, and our health department continues to work with the state health department to provide guidance on what we should be doing in the county.